Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna just get right into it. Y'all men need to be real careful. It doesn't matter the age, nationality, financial status. A lot of y'all getting got. Let's talk about it.
I'm just trying to give you something spooky I'll do for you. I'm just trying to give you something. I'm just trying to give you something spooky I'll do for you.
So it has, in my opinion, become a epidemic for real. Now, I've talked about and put on my channel, you know, unisex stuff or whatever. It doesn't matter for everybody. But then there has been a few things that were a little more aligned to females, right? But it can still be applicable to anybody. And then I've had or have at least one video that's like designated for men. So this is for like the men, but again, women can apply it too. I just feel like I'll just address y'all separately, and then I'll do one for the women. Because at the end of the day, we all are out here, you know, the single ones. And even those that are in relationships, if it's not healthy and it's not, you know, it's not healthy and aligned, then it's not right. You just quote unquote in a relationship. You got a title, but it's not beneficial. And usually it's not beneficial to both parties. But neither here nor there. Y'all men need to really see what's going on. I'm not gonna get into, oh, more women are waking up than men out of the matrix. Because, I mean, I don't have the numbers. I only go off of what I see and what I hear, right? So, but whatever the case is, I have been seeing a lot more men that have not fully awakened that are getting got. It's just as many females are waking up and they doing the work to be their best selves and come into their divinity, you know, and heal, all that stuff. There are just as many women out there who choose to remain to be broken and are wreaking havoc on those men who really would like to wake up or trying to wake up, and or, you know, just have a good heart. You know, they mean people well. And they are a target for the bad ones. So I am just appalled. I keep seeing it more and more and more. And then, you know, you go on social media and you see certain things and you're like, why is this person tolerating this? Or why is this person like, we all do stuff. No one's exempt from that, right? But when this person has been a certain way, and they end up, you know, again, they don't have to be the best person, but they're not the worst either. And they end up getting with someone and becoming the worst, because we all have good and bad. We all have light and dark. Anyone walking around acting like they don't stink and they got a halo 24 hours around their head, you need to run from that person. Because I guarantee you, there's some mental stuff going on with that person, because that's not realistic. No one walking around on this earth is perfect. We all got something going on with us, good, bad, and different. So those individuals who are being targeted, that, you know, for the most part, they're decent people, but they get with that person that is not for their highest good, and actually bigger and badder than them. They just wear it differently, like a sheep in a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's what it is. And they get with this person and they end up being something totally different, or they may not be acting out. They end up, the personality changes very swiftly. I've seen it happen so many times in my personal life. I see it happening to people on social media. And when I look at the comments on social media, I don't see nobody real. I'm not gonna say it's not being, there's no comment saying what I'm about to say. I don't sit up there and read every last comment. I mean, come on now. I'll just read a few of them. But what I have read, I haven't seen anyone say, you know what, this smell like black magic. This smell like some old, somebody put a root on. Let's do a perfect example. What's that guy name? Travis Hunter. Everybody did so many videos on him. It don't make no sense, right? And whatever, the dynamic with him and his wife don't even make sense to people that is using half their brain. We don't know this man from a can of paint, us regular folk, but you know, he seemed like a nice, well-mannered young man, and he's making moves that don't make sense. None. You know, like not getting a prenup, like just, it's like he's not, you could tell he's not in control of nothing. Because I'm like, you can still live your life, right? And do what you do, get married if that's what you want to do. I mean, he's, you know, I mean, I got married, you know, I'm not married now, but I did get married. I got married at 24, and I think that's too young. But, you know, to each his own. I believe he's younger than me, younger than I was, but neither here nor there. Some people are a little bit more mature in certain areas to do that, right? Okay, cool. But then everything else, and then the dynamics of it, and just, it's just like, okay, you know, the light bulb should go off, like something ain't right here. All right. And then there's been others, and I'm sure you got people in your family, and I'm seeing it where, and I hate this, but it's a lot of these types of females that are latching on to decent men and doing black magic on them heavily. And it's deriving from, obviously, a demonic soul tie. A lot of men, even today, like I say, you can be a good person, but a lot of men, no matter the age, are kind of still stuck on this sex thing. Obviously, we know it's great, but it's like at this point, this day and age, and what's going on, it should be with the right person. We all have done stuff, but at some point, it's not even worth the risk. I mean, I've had black magic put on me. I was dating a whole warlock. I didn't even know he was a warlock until after the fact, and I started understanding things and researching. I'm just like, this is what this was. It was so hard to break free, even though I know I should be breaking free. That's my story. Everybody don't have the same, we can't have access to the same source, obviously, but everybody don't know how to use it, or they may not believe in it, or they may not choose to, because we still all have a choice. It got to a point where I wanted to break free. I got sick and tired of being tired, as they say. But the more you are dealing with that person, having sex with them, they're putting stuff in the food, and even if and that's like cementing it more and more and more and more, just draining them. And what'll end up happening is, because I've seen it, I've dated it, by the time they do break away from that female, they are so damaged. They are so, the PTSD is such that by the time you get a good one that really means you well, you don't know. You can't tell the good from the bad, because the fake one acted like that. And so it's like they don't try to, but it end up spilling off, and the new good person end up getting the brunt of it. And then it's like, oh, okay, where's the good women at? Where's the good women at? Well, the good women are here. Believe it or not, we out here. It's just, sometimes it could be maybe you don't see because of what has been done to you or done to them. Because it can look the same initially. And especially if you ain't a certain place spiritually. And you're looking at it through a certain lens, they look the same. At least outwardly, until you get to know them. But by the time you figure it out, you have gotten all types of knots upside your head. So I just wanted to come on here and just say, you know what? Again, I'm speaking on behalf of the women that have healed enough to be able to be and give in a healthy connection, and we're looking for obviously a mate that can do the same. But the only way that that's going to happen, of course, work has to be done on both sides. But right now, since I'm talking to you men, you need to be careful about certain women out here who are purposely targeting you with a Jezebel spirit to drain you dry, where you are no good for no one else, not even your damn self. Everybody else end up being the enemy but this person. You don't look the same. You don't feel the same. I do know the caveat is, a little branch of this is, it could be, you have a good woman, but maybe y'all are both being targeted. by an ex-lover that's throwing black magic at y'all, right? And it does affect the connection. It affects both of y'all. Hopefully one is a little bit more stronger than the other to help combat it, but it's going to take both effort. It's going to take both parties to remain a united front in order to get past that. Because usually I've been in that situation where I'm like, okay, something ain't right here. We could just not be compatible. But I'm like, that could be it. But I think it's something else too. Because my warlock ex was still sniffing around. I hadn't dealt with him on that type of level in a couple of years. But he was still sniffing around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you still sniffing around. That means you still paying attention and you're still interested. So if you're still interested and already know what type of demon you're dealing with and who you are, that means you're more than likely throwing some stuff my way. But trying to have that conversation with who I was dating at the time was very difficult because he did not get it. He did not understand it. So it was like me, trying to navigate that. It just became very difficult. So that does happen. Okay, but I kind of relate or kind of focus more so on that partner actually doing it. And if they're not doing it, they're going to pay someone, they're paying people to do it for them. All you have to do is go on YouTube or other platforms, whatever, looking for a practitioner, and they not all in no doggone Africa. They right here. And people could say, I don't believe in it, it don't work. Okay. As much as you believe in light, it is dark. Just look at the world. And if you out here sitting duck and you don't have the tools to fight it, it's going to affect you. How much it affects you, that is going to depend on how much, who doing the work. Because some of these people that's out here doing this crazy stuff to people, I'm just saying, they not no little minions. Some of these are some master blasters out here. Now, are they more powerful than what you can tap into? Is it more powerful than a divine? No. But if you don't know to tap into that or go get help for someone to help you break that person off of you, and at some point, maybe that person will leave you alone. Maybe sometimes they won't. I know people that's in connections and they done been stuck like a duck for 10, 15, 20 years. And they don't have the strength to leave. And then they do come across, because I do believe the divine does send people in your life, if you don't have anyone, to pray for you or that you come across, especially in this day and age with the internet. Or, you know what I'm saying? And everybody putting it out there, their testimonies and their healing practices and all that stuff, it's there. We can't be like ostriches and with our head in the sand, like this don't exist. It's there. You're just not utilizing the resources to break free. But you should. Or if you know someone, it's at least worth a conversation. They have to want to get help. I get that part. But, you can do something by praying for them. And if you're in this situation where you feel like you got a root on you, and it's like, I don't like this person. Matter of fact, I hate this person. But I can't seem to leave. Every time I get ready to leave this chick, something happened or whatever. Something is said, something is done, and I'm like even stuck even more. something ain't right there. You probably got a root on you, and it's the nasty one too. So time is of the essence. We don't have time to be fooling around and playing with demons. And what I have seen is if you don't get out in time, again, you're going to be one of these bitter men that hate all women, low-key hate women, or low-key get whatever it is. You could say, no, I love women. Yeah, you will love sleeping with them, but you won't know how to love the right one when she comes along, because of all the stuff that's been done to you, and especially, I mean, you didn't get help for it. I'm just saying, I'm only saying this. I mean, I have an adult son. Okay? I have an adult daughter. I have brothers. And I see things again, and also what has been done to me. Now, that warlock, he wasn't always a warlock. And this, my belief is, something happened to him. I know some stuff happened in his childhood, I believe. But then I think, I think he probably did get struck by the love bug at some point earlier in his life. And he got done in. And that was all she wrote. So, yeah. Be careful. If you have to test it, do it. Find you a good spiritual advisor. If you, like I said, your spiritual eyes is not clear enough, find you a spiritual advisor to help you determine if this particular female means you well or not. Because it can get real tricky. Really, really tricky. Okay? Saying this out of love. You guys be blessed. And I gonna holler at the women next. All right.